Okay, so we will just get started. Today on the mentorship call, we are going to talk about desire. And actually what Lilo and myself will be doing this whole, for the next few Thursdays on the mentorship call, we'll be talking about, we'll be going through the book by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, okay? This is a book that has really been recommended by most of our leaders. So we just decided that we're just going to be discussing the book. So actually, if you have it, you can of course read ahead, and then we can always you won't be very new on the call, okay? So today we'll be looking at desire, okay? What is desire? I mean, what comes to mind when you hear about desire? Desire is a strong feeling of wanting to have something or wishing for something to happen. Guys, remember, if you actually put your heart into something, then it's going to happen. It's the desire of doing something. I mean, and this is applicable not just in our business, but also in real life. So even like for me, I desire to like have a husband, have kids, you know, that is my desire. Yeah, I can see my uncle and you can see me. Oh, sorry. So that is my desire. So ladies and gentlemen, I mean, the members on the call, I don't want you to just look at this as just applicable to I am, but even all around us as business owners, as wives, as husbands, as uncles, let's have a very open mind. So desire is a hope. And I mean, it's not a hope, it's not a wish, it's a keen excitement which goes beyond everything else. It's definite. So you have to be very definite on the desire that you want, okay? And I mean, the guys on this call, remember, success comes about by choosing a definite goal. You have to place all your energy and willpower on all effort into that goal. So, I mean, you have to have like a notebook right in front of you and come up with your trading goals as a person. If you're also building in the business, again, also come up with what rank do you want to hit? I mean, and let's even forget ranks for a moment. How many lives do you want to impact? Okay, so you have to create this plan and you have to attain that purpose. Okay, and guys, once you have a desire, you have to stand by it until once you have a desire, it has to become an obsession. You have to be obsessed about learning how to trade. You have to be obsessed about hitting your goal. You have to be obsessed about, of course, impacting lives. So what do I mean? You have to, again, I mean, if I walked into Uncle Megwe's house today, if he wants to impact 5,000 lives, am I seeing that when I walk into his house? Like, has he plastered all those desires all around his house? I need to see an obsession, okay? And again, guys, this is a self-assessment test that you will do after this call. How obsessed are you? Okay, and don't say I'll try and trade and make like $50 in a day. No, and don't say Ati, I'm going to try and hit rank. You have to say, now I'm going to start on a new journey. This is my trading plan. And each day I want to be making either $50, $100 on the trading bit. Those of us who want to trade, you have to have an obsession of how many lives are you going to impact and by when, okay? And don't say, Ati, when it gets hard, I am going to actually quit. Apana, you have to stay the course. Because once you have a desire in something, you can't wake up one morning and decide, today I don't have that desire. Apana, it has to be there, okay? And don't say, you'll keep your eyes to other opportunities. So one leg you're out, the other leg you're trading. Mara say, we are hearing you are running another business. You have to now say, you know what? You can't say, in case I fail, I'm going to do something else. Even though you fail, we have to be on this journey. Okay, there is no apana, I failed, I don't want to do this. No. You have to decide that when though I fail, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to dust myself, because what is driving us? The desire, of course, to make this happen. Okay. Remember, every person who wins must be willing to cut all sources of retreat. And I mean, what do I mean? You can't be having self-doubt. You also have to cut out, like, if, for example, I realize, like, Flo Wanyonyi is becoming a negative vibe. I'm not saying I'm just giving an example. I have to cut that and say, you know what, Flo, I love you, but I think we are not on the same course. You don't have the desire. So you have to cut off that retreat. Okay, you have to have the burning desire to win. All right, then remember, wishing is not going to bring you riches or wealth. You can't sit today and now you tell God, I wish I was rich, I wish I can make $1,000, I wish I can be chairman 10. what are you doing, okay, for even the highest power to see that this is an an obsession that you have. So guys, let's quit wishing. Let's quit wishing to become master traders. Let's quit wishing about ranks. Let us become, what are we thinking? What are we breathing? What are we doing on a daily basis? Like, if somebody today met me and is not in IAM, would say, hey, anyway, Shiru is obsessed about learning how to trade. Shiru is obsessed about making money from Forex. Shiru is obsessed about hitting ranks. Okay, so you have to, of course, back these plans with being persistent. I mean, you can't decide at yes, you're obsessed, but we're not seeing the persistence. The persistence and obsession actually goes hand in hand. Okay, and ladies and gentlemen, there are no two ways about it. And look at even the guys who have actually hit ranks in our organization. There's a lot of persistence. I mean, of course, when the COVID came up, okay, they didn't say not because of COVID we are going to sit at here and wait, and they still persisted in their desire and their obsession, of course, to be better people. So ladies and gentlemen, I want us to look at 6 steps of desire. And you'll have a self-assessment test and find out, are you doing these 6 steps? And the first one is fix your mind on the exact money you desire. Okay, be very definite. If, for example, you start your trading journey, even though you've been with us now, for example, like me who's been here for 2 years, I can start my journey today and say, in the next 100 days or each day, I desire to be making this amount. You have to be very definite. You can't be lukewarm. You can't say today $40, tomorrow you say $100. Remember, you also confuse God if you're not very definite. Okay, so you have to say it. We have to feel it. Like even today, if I see you after 3 months, the desire still has to be that one of like, I want to make X amount every day or monthly or whatever. So now this is like a small meeting you'll have with yourself. Nobody can really impose a desire on you. It has to come from you. Okay. Number 2, determine exactly what you intend to give in return of the money you need. How much input do you have to like put up with? I mean, how much money or even resources do you have to put in for you to make your desire come true? What do I mean? Do you enter the academy 1 month and decide, I've learned enough, I've not made money, and then you pull out? No. So tell yourself, I'm giving myself the next 1 year or the next 6 months or whatever, and this is what I'm going to put in. Okay, and out of putting in, this is the outcome that I'm going to get. So you have to determine in terms of time and of course resources. Okay, like now today we came to trade in the world. Of course there's some resources that we put back because we of course know what we want at the end of it all. Okay, the 3rd step, establish the definite date when you intend to have the money you desire. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, this, when I say money, is also talking about ranks. Okay, so you may decide that by the end of, like, you know how we are doing the 52-week challenge, we already have a definite date. By the 52nd week, we should have made $143,000. And ladies and gentlemen, because we've put this in writing, we have desired it, me already see it happening. And of course, if you're on all calls for Friday 9:45, you've also had success stories, because the people who began on this journey, they had a definite time that when I start this journey, by the 52nd week, this is the amount that I'll have made. And this also talks about rank. And Convego keeps telling us that by this time, he wants to have impacted 5,000 people. So that is your desire. You know, so what is your desire as a member of IAM? And again, also, like I said when I was starting this call, me, I have a desire to get married. Okay, and I've told God by this time I want to get married, and this is the husband I want. I haven't described my husband. Okay, and me, I've desired I want to have 2 kids. Okay, so that I'm able to travel the world. On a light note, number 4, create a definite plan for carrying out your desire. All right, and I know we've talked about this before. What is your plan to become a better trader? Are you entering the academy for 1 hour and say, and yeah, with 1 hour, I'll be a good trader? Ladies and gentlemen, there we'll be lying to ourselves. Yeah, so you can even say for the first maybe 3 hours, depending on your schedule, this is how much time I want to put in the academy. This is how much time I want to put into my IBO, of course, a bit of the business. So you have to have a plan. You can't just enter this haphazardly. It's like entering a market and then you just go, you had even no plan of buying cabbages, but you find yourself buying cabbages. Okay, you enter the supermarket with actually even a shopping list. Okay, so that again, you don't go off budget, you don't go off track, you don't overshop or you don't undershop. Number 5, you have to write a statement of the amount of the money you intend to inquire and acquire. I know most of our mentors, Akina Imoniti, Akina Ivan Tapi, Akina even Randy Webb, they keep telling us you have to write this. It's something that you need to be seeing every time. Like now, me on my bathroom window, I've said by September of 2020, I'll have hit Chairman 10. Okay, so this is a written statement. I have made it definite, and the first 3 steps have actually shown me how I'm going to come up with, how I'm going to exactly hit this rank. And also, I also have a trading plan. I'll say in fact, now today I'm re-energized. I've come up with a new plan, and I'm hoping that I'm able again to go ahead with my plan. Number 6, read out your statement out twice daily or even more. This is just a recommendation. Do you realize, ladies and gentlemen, even when you're stuck in traffic, you can tell yourself something over and over and over again. It becomes an obsession. You know, when you're going to sleep, we're told you always have to hear something positive in your ears, you know? So for example, you want to, of course, your trading plan says that every month, even let's say month, because now let's say you want it to pay on a monthly basis, not your trading account. Every month, me, I'm satisfied with 200,000. This is an example. Tell yourself that even when you're going to bed, when you're stuck in traffic, when you're walking the street, that people think you're a mad person, but you know exactly what you're stating. You're talking into the universe, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, those are the 6 steps of desire, which I hope you've been able to write down. As I come to the conclusion of this mentorship call, remember those steps that I have talked about, they don't take much time. It's all in the mind. You just need to imagine them, and you see the money yani in your face. So if you've already told yourself, for me, I'm at 200,000, already see that money. And this has got nothing to do with luck. Just imagine yourself, put your mind to it, and again, make it a definite desire. So ladies and gentlemen, remember, the world is changing. So you have to have a definiteness of purpose. You have to have the knowledge of what one wants and a burning desire to possess it. So again, this goes back to our trading journey. Okay, what's the purpose? Why do you have your why? Why are you doing this? Okay, like today I was having a conversation with Lilo, and she said, imagine if you had, and I touch you, if you had a patient probably at Aga Khan who needs a heart transplant, and you are told you need to come up with like 5 million. That will be your why, right? And you even going to risk like a big lot size so that you can get to this, whatever, you get out of your comfort zone. That will be your purpose. Your purpose here should be your why. What is driving you? Yeah, I could kindly ask you to please mute your mic if you're just joining us, because I'm not able to do it on this part because of my internet connection. Thank you very much. So have your purpose. Let your purpose become your why. Another point, success requires no apologies. If you want to hit 10 meters a month, you don't have to apologize for it. Don't be ashamed of your success. Again, we also had another conversation today with some members. Are we so afraid of success that we don't even want to talk about it? Okay, it's okay to say I want to hit Chairman 10. Let guys think that, oh yeah, Shiru is joking. Does Chairman 10, does she know Chairman 10 needs 500 people? Where is she going to get the 500 people? Let people also laugh at you when you're saying, in a month, me want to make 500,000. That is your purpose. That is what you want. So don't make apologies for your success. And don't make anyone feel bad. Believe in yourself and go ahead and don't mind what even your family members. And I remember sometime when we're in the US, we listened to China Beckley, and she said, elevation requires separation. And sometimes you may have to sit down with your family members and say, you know what, the next 90 days, this is the success I want. So these are the sacrifices I may have to make as a husband, as a wife, as a sister, as a daughter, as a son. Okay, and remember, after the 90 days, or again, the plan you've given yourself, it doesn't have to be 90 days. But for me, I believe in 90 days, they will they are going to understand that, and here we have to stand with Shiru. If she's not able to come for Zoom family meetings, they'll have to understand. Because remember, when you're on a stretch of elevation, you are looking forward. Nothing else can distract you from the sides. Because the moment you look on the side, you find, sure, guys are just hitting ranks. Sure, guys are just doing their trading plans. So you're being left behind because you're agreeing to be distracted by apologizing about your success, okay? So remember, there are so many opportunities, and the burning desire is what is be the starting point of you getting whatever you want. Okay. So remember the guy who discovered the bulb, yeah? Thomas Edison actually tried 10,000 times. Imagine if he gave up during the 9,999 times. And for me, I find this the perfect example. If he gave up, would we be having the light bulbs that we have in the house? No. He had the desire. He said, you know what? It doesn't matter how much I try and fail, I'm still going to keep going. The 10,000 times, have you tried 10,000 times to learn a strategy? Have you tried 10,000 times to hit a rank? Have you tried, and we keep being told by our mentors, even in Kenya, if you want to hit a certain rank, if you want to hit P1000, you talk to 2 people. Are you going to blame the system and say nobody is signing? Let them say no. Your 20th, your 21st no will be your superstar. And anybody who knows when Uncle Megwe came to I followed him for 1 year. 1 year. And the day he looks at, in fact, we're laughing about it today. The day I managed to actually have a conversation with me, he gave me a minute of his time, told me, show me the compensation plan. You go. But if I didn't keep persisting, if I didn't have the desire and say, I want my uncle to be in the business, again, how many lives would have been affected if I didn't keep going? If I gave up on the 364th day, what would have happened? Exactly. So all those that succeed in life, you have to get off at a bad start. Nothing good comes easy. And if you find somebody telling you this will be an easy journey, please run and run on your falls, okay? Because they have to be heartbreaking. You'll even lose friends. Some family members will even stop talking to you, because then at some point, some of us who've hit ranks, and let's be very honest, we've been unranked. So you also end up in that journey of like, hey, do I have, now if I go and talk to maybe a cousin of mine and ask her to give me 5K, will she again start doubting my business? So there will be these heartbreaks. They'll be there. Be ready for them. It's not easy. But let me tell you, when you walk on that stage and give your trading journey, give your rank up journey, it will be worth it. Okay? Again, what is now all this talking about? Desire. And as I come to an end of my very brief mentorship call, remember, belief plus burning desires are qualities that are free to anyone. Okay? Believing it costs you zero effort. You just have to believe. And actually, when I was going through this book of Think and Grow Rich, there's actually a guy who is quoted in the book, and when his son was born, he was born with a disability. Of course, the doctor said he'd never hear. Okay? But the parents of this child had the desire that this child is one day going to hear. So what did they do? They kept pulling him into videos, sending clips even to the teachers when he's in school, because they knew it doesn't matter what the doctor says. Me, I have the belief that one day my son is going to hear. Okay? The 2 parents would even record small versions of recordings, put them next to his ear. Over 24 years. Can you imagine if they gave up on the son? And you know what? Now, 24 years later, he's actually able to communicate, okay? Because they had to believe, and they had that desire that it doesn't matter what everybody says. This will happen. My son is going to hear. And it was free to have these 2 qualities. So the power of desire backed by faith has lifted so many from the low beginnings. And ladies and gentlemen, listen to, of course, Paul who've hit trans, Kina David Moniti, and Matros, I used to work in Starbucks. Okay. Akina Jason Brown, he was in debt of $70,000. Okay, but now look, those guys are driven by desire, they're obsessed, and look at how many lives they've impacted. So ladies and gentlemen, that brings me to the end of today's mentorship call. I honestly hope to God that you have gotten some value. So that's all I have for today. I am sorry, my internet is quite shaky because I'm actually tethering from a phone. So basically that brings me to the end of my call. And all I can say is thank you very much for being here, for listening, and of course, giving me the support. So thank you very much. We are ending the call here so we can also find our way home. I don't know if anyone has anything to say or comment. You can always put on your mic and maybe say something before we end the call. Yeah. Anyone who has anything to say?
That was awesome, Shiro. Thank you for that. Learned a lot. I mean, it's really excited, and yeah, it was amazing, amazing, amazing. I've taken notes and hope to just go through them and just pass them on to my team because I think they're very valuable. So, asante sana.
All right, thank you, Lilo. Thank you for being an awesome business partner. I mean, I love you to death and I love doing this with you. So yeah, so thank you guys. Have a lovely evening. Please remember to plug in onto the 7 p.m. call, which will be done by none other than JKK at exactly 7 p.m. No, sorry, actually it's been done by Lillian. It's been done by Lilo. So you'll use the same link. So see you guys at 7 p.m. Peace. Bye.